It's 2 p.m. Badger was sharp this morning, thinking clearly, moving fast, getting things done. And now, he's staring at the same sentence for the fifth time, not absorbing a single word. His paw is holding a pen, but his brain feels like it's wading through wet cement. Slow, heavy, stuck. He didn't eat anything weird. He didn't stay up late. So why does his brain suddenly feel like it's shutting down in the middle of the day? Here's the truth nobody warns Badger about. This isn't random. It's not weakness. It's not just being lazy after lunch. It's biology, working exactly the way it's designed to. Deep inside Badger's brain, there's a master clock, quietly running a 24-hour rhythm called the circadian rhythm. And tucked inside that rhythm is a dip, a real, measurable dip in alertness that hits almost everyone, usually somewhere between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Scientists call it the post-lunch dip, but it has very little to do with lunch itself. It happens whether Badger eats or not. At the exact same time, something else is quietly working against him too. Every hour Badger stays awake, a substance called adenosine slowly builds up in his brain, like sand collecting in an hourglass. The longer he's awake, the heavier that sand gets. By early afternoon, two forces collide at once, his circadian alertness naturally dipping, and his adenosine levels climbing higher and higher. Two separate systems, same outcome. A brain that suddenly feels like it's moving through mud. And if Badger didn't sleep well the night before, that hourglass started the day already half full. Which means this afternoon crash doesn't just feel heavier, it hits harder, and lasts longer than it ever should. So is Badger stuck just pushing through wet cement every single afternoon? Not quite. Once he understands what's actually happening, he can work with his brain instead of fighting it. Here's where it gets useful. Step 1. Badger stops scheduling his hardest thinking for this window. Deep focus work, big decisions, complicated problems, none of that belongs in the 1 to 4 p.m. dip. This is the time for simple, low-effort tasks. Emails, sorting, tidying the burrow. Save the heavy thinking for before the dip or after it lifts. Step 2. Light matters more than Badger realizes. A few minutes near a bright window, or better yet, outside in natural daylight, sends a direct signal to his circadian system. It doesn't erase the dip completely, but it softens it and helps his body recalibrate faster than sitting under dim indoor lighting ever could. Step 3. Movement, not caffeine, is Badger's fastest reset. A short walk, a few minutes of stretching, even standing up and shaking out his paws. Movement increases blood flow to the brain in a way that sitting still simply can't match, and it works faster than most Badgers expect. Step 4, and this one matters most. Badger needs to stop blaming himself for this dip in the first place. This isn't a discipline problem. It's not motivation. It's not laziness wearing a disguise. It's two ancient biological systems doing exactly what they've always done, long before notifications, deadlines, or afternoon meetings ever existed. So tomorrow, when 2 p.m. rolls around and Badger's brain suddenly feels thick and slow again, he won't panic. He won't push twice as hard against a brain that's simply following its own rhythm. He'll shift the task, step into some light, move his body for a few minutes, and let the wet cement pass the same way it always eventually does. Because the goal was never to defeat the dip. It was just to stop fighting a battle Badger was never designed to win in the first place.